There is something holy about the way your heart still whispers his name in silence, as if your soul remembers a vow made long before your body knew touch. He wasn't a coincidence. He was a question you once asked God in the dark. And now, here you are, trying to forget what heaven wrote in ink that doesn't fade. The angels say, you were placed in his path not to complete a story, but to awaken a part of him that was never allowed to feel fully. He doesn't understand it. But something about your presence calls him back, to himself, to a light he thought lost. You stir in him the memory of innocence, of safety, of sacredness. And you? You keep trying to move on, not realizing that what ties you to him is not longing, but mission. A mission older than pain, older than fear. You were sent to remind him that love doesn't have to be survival. That softness doesn't mean weakness. That being seen fully isn't a risk, but a return. You are the echo his soul has been trying to translate. The angels whisper that he's not gone, he's waiting. Not for your body, for your breath. For the part of you that remembers what you two promised each other before time had a name. And now heaven speaks. Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, and before you were born I set you apart. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. He is not avoiding you. He is avoiding the weight of his own heart. The angels say, he is terrified of the light you bring, because it shows him everything he tried to bury. You touched places inside him he kept sealed for decades, memories he never gave words to, wounds he thought had vanished with time. But your presence is not quiet. It is luminous, and light reveals. What feels like distance is actually defense. Not against you. Against what he feels around you. He sees how steady your love is, and that terrifies him more than rejection. Because what if he lets himself be seen, and it's still not enough? He was never taught how to stay when it's safe. Only how to run when it's real. You didn't do anything wrong. The way he pulls away, the silence, the sudden shifts, they're not about your worth. They're about his fear of being loved in a way he can't control. The angels reveal that his heart holds echoes of abandonment, betrayals never spoken of, and a longing to be held without having to earn it. You awakened all of that. And it shook him. He's not lost. He's scared. And that fear wears the mask of silence. But remember, his silence is not a rejection. It's a storm. You don't have to disappear to be chosen. There was a time you believed love meant giving more than you had, shrinking so someone else could breathe easier. But the angels lean in now, gently touching your shoulder, and say, you were never meant to vanish to be worthy. He may not have seen you clearly, but that doesn't mean your light dimmed. It only means he wasn't ready to look at something that honest. So come back to yourself. Remember who you were before the waiting. Before you thought love required patience to the point of self-abandonment. Breathe in your own name. Touch the parts of you that became quiet so he could speak. The parts that bent so he could feel tall. And now straighten your spine, not in defiance, but in sacred return. You are not here to be chosen by someone who can't choose himself. You are here to remember that love is never a cage. It is air. And you are allowed to breathe first. The angels remind you that healing does not mean forgetting. It means remembering who you were before you believed you had to earn affection. So let today be the day you return home to yourself, not because he let go, but because you finally refused to let go of your own soul. You showed him what no one else dared to see. And that is why he trembles. The angels reveal, your presence became a mirror, and in that mirror he saw both the man he is, and the man he's afraid to become. You didn't mean to awaken his shadows. You just stood in your truth, and that truth reflected every place in him still tangled in silence. There's a reason he went quiet after your tenderness. A reason he smiled, then vanished. You saw beyond the charm, beyond the surface. You saw the ache behind his laughter, the hesitation behind his strength. You saw him entirely, and no one ever stayed after seeing that. Until you didn't flinch. You didn't ask him to be anything other than real. And that, beloved soul, is what terrified him more than rejection, being loved without pretense. Because to be truly loved means being known. And being known means nothing is left to hide behind. The angels say, he sees your soul. But more than that, he sees that you see his. He may not have words for it. But your gaze changed something. It pulled the veil off his performance. And even if he walked away, part of him still stands frozen in the moment you didn't look away. He began to feel you, even when he tried to forget. The shift was subtle. A song that reminded him of your laughter. A scent in the air that felt like you. A sudden stillness in his chest when your name passed through his memory. The angels whisper, he doesn't know it yet, but something ancient in his soul is waking up. And it's because of you. You opened a window in his heart. One he kept shut for years. And now, no matter how tightly he tries to close it again, the breeze of your presence keeps finding its way through. At night, he dreams with his eyes open. He walks into crowded rooms hoping to forget, but finds himself searching for you instead. This is the beginning. Not of clarity, but of ache. The ache of remembering something holy that he doesn't yet have words for. He doesn't understand why your absence feels louder than most people's presence. Why silence now echoes with your name. Why every small joy feels incomplete. The angels want you to know, he's listening with his heart now, even if his lips stay still. He may not move yet, but the vibration has begun. The love is stirring. The soul is answering. He comes back because he feels. He pulls away because he fears. The angels say, his heart calls you forward, but his wounds drag him back. You are not imagining the rhythm, the closeness, the retreat, the silence that follows softness. It's not a game. It's a pattern rooted in survival. He learned to run when things got too real. To vanish before he could be the one left behind. And your love? It was too real. Too steady. Too kind. Kindness unsettles the broken. Because it asks nothing. And he's only known love that demanded something in return. You became a mirror not of what he is, but of what he could be. And the pull toward you feels like rebirth, which also feels like death to who he once was. Every return is his attempt to feel again. Every departure is his fear of drowning in what he's not sure he deserves. The angels remind you, you are not his lesson. You are his lighthouse. But even lighthouses can't chase ships that won't anchor. You are allowed to see the cycle, and choose peace over repetition. Love doesn't have to mean waiting in circles. You healed him, without trying. The angels say, it wasn't what you did. It was who you were, while no one else was watching. He didn't fall for the idea of you. He fell into something softer, deeper. Something he didn't know his soul had been starving for. Presence without pressure, attention without demand, love without performance. You didn't fix him. That was never your role. But you reminded him of what was still whole. The way you listened. The way you looked at him, not as someone to be solved, but as someone already worthy. That gaze, it rearranged him. There were parts of him that were closing, slowly, silently, but your light touched those spaces. And something within began to bloom again. He doesn't know how to name this. Most healing doesn't come with language. It comes with warmth, with relief, with the feeling of finally being safe enough to breathe. You became that breath, that safe place, that moment of stillness in his storm. And even now, with all the distance, the energy you poured into him still lingers. Healing is like that. It doesn't ask permission. It just keeps working. Whisper this to the heavens if you feel it in your spirit. May the love I gave return to me multiplied in peace. What feels like delay is God preparing. The angels kneel beside you now, placing their hands over your chest, whispering, you are not being ignored. You are being aligned. He's not late. You're not forgotten. The silence, the pause, the waiting, None of it is absence. It's orchestration. You see the surface, but heaven sees the roots. And right now, beneath everything you wish you could control, a sacred unfolding is taking place. He is being softened. Slowly, quietly, God is undoing his resistance thread by thread. And your own soul is being fortified, not to chase love, but to receive it in its divine timing. The angels say, "What is delayed by man is never denied by heaven." This waiting isn't punishment. It's a cocoon. A sacred holding space where both of you are being refined, not to fit each other's expectations, but to meet as your fullest selves. And when the moment comes, when the doors open and the breath you've been holding is finally released, it won't be rushed. It will be right. Because God does not miss. And what he authors arrives exactly when both hearts are ready. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. He feels everything, but still doesn't know how to hold it. The angels reveal, his soul leans toward you in silence, even when his body stays still. There are moments, fleeting, almost invisible, when his guard falters. When the wall around his heart thins just enough to let your name through. He wonders what it would be like to love you fully. To surrender. To stop pretending. And then, just as quickly, fear pulls him back into the shadows. Not because he doesn't want love, but because love with you asks him to be bare, real, open. You stir the part of him that longs to rest, but doesn't know how. He's worn strength like armor for so long, he's forgotten what softness feels like without consequence. And yet, when he thinks of you, something aches. Not for touch, but for truth. The angels show he rehearses words he never says. Plays out confessions in his mind. Imagines reaching out, then talks himself out of it. Again and again. You are the door he keeps pacing in front of, hand almost on the handle, afraid of what might happen if he turns it. Don't mistake his silence for indifference. It's terror dressed in calm. He's not gone. He's hiding, and hoping you'll still be there when he finds the courage to step forward. What is yours doesn't need chasing, only recognizing. There's a quiet peace that begins to settle now. Not because you've given up, but because your soul finally knows it never had to beg for what was already sacred. The angels wrap you in light and say, you were never meant to lose yourself for love. You were meant to rise in it. Let go of the idea that healing must come with reunion, or that love is proven only by presence. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is letting the story unfold, without gripping the ending. You have poured truth into this connection, offered softness where there was silence, light where there was fear. You were the prayer answered, even if he didn't know how to receive it. But heaven sees. Heaven records. And heaven restores. Your love was never wasted. It was planted. And what blooms next within you, around you, perhaps even with him, will be the harvest of all that was sown in unseen spaces. You don't need to wait with fear. Wait with faith. Not in him. In God. Because the right love doesn't demand performance. It recognizes. It remembers. It returns. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10.